So I talk about local prepaid SIM cards a lot because I believe those are the cheapest way to stay connected when traveling around the world, especially compared to international SIM cards, mobile hotspots and international roaming. In this video I will give you seven reasons why you should get a local SIM card, and worry not, there's also a video about 7 reasons why you should not get a local SIM card. But for now, let's just take the pros. So let's just get started, shall we? Hi! It's Otto for Phone Travelers here, where we talk about everything related to traveling with your phone, from local SIM cards, SIM card reviews, phone travel tips, hacks, mobile hotspot, just everything related to traveling with your phone. If you go to my videos, you will see that I mostly talk about local SIM cards. And that's because 1, I'm a big fan of them, and 2, I believe they are the best way to stay connected. I mean, look at this. These are just all SIM cards I've tried just this year before going back home. Like, that's a lot of SIM cards, so I really like SIM cards. But why do I like them so much, or why do I promote them so much? Well, there are 7 reasons why, and let's just go to them. Number 1 is one that I already said, and is the most obvious, is that it is the cheapest way to stay connected when abroad. Well, I say this if we exclude Wi-Fi networks, like open Wi-Fi networks, because well, those are free, but you have to find a Wi-Fi network first, and well, it may be slow, unreliable, stuff like that. So excluding that, is the cheapest option, especially compared to international roaming, international SIM cards, and mobile hotspot. If you go to Africa, Latin America, Asia, the data rates are so low, especially if you come from a place where mobile data is already expensive, like Western Europe or North America. This way you can save a lot of money when you get the local SIM card for data use, especially compared to international roaming. If you want to learn more about why roaming is so super expensive, you may want to watch this video up there. But it doesn't mean that international roaming should be avoided at all costs. No, it can be affordable at times, or reasonable. Sometimes actually affordable, I would say. And especially some Asian operators, they have like amazing roaming packages. If you want to learn more about roaming with your operator, I may have already covered it. If you check this playlist up there, we have all the roaming videos I've done. But remember, getting a local SIM card will most likely be cheaper. Number 2, local SIM cards are often easy to get. You just go to the store of a local operator, or a grocery store, a kiosk. Say I want a SIM card from operator X, Y, Z. Let's say when you are in Malaysia, where we have, well no, Malaysia, they have like so many SIM cards. Let's say if you go to Brunei, for example, you have 2 operators, you just go to like operator A, DST for example, or Progressive. You say I want to get a SIM card from them, you get your SIM card, and it's straightforward. It's not complicated, it's very easy to get a local SIM card in most cases. In some places it's like very complicated registration procedures and stuff like that, but yeah, in most cases it's easy. Number 3, you get a local number of the destination you are visiting. This is especially useful if you're planning on staying in a destination for a longer period and you want your friends or colleagues or associates to call you when you're there. If they have to call you on your phone number from back home, so let's say you're now in Malaysia and they have to call your number in the UK for example, then they have to pay international rates, IDD rates, which is well expensive for them. In this case they can enjoy local rates, but also for you, because some plans come with local minutes or unlimited local minutes or SMS, and this way you don't have to pay anything extra. Whereas with international roaming you usually have to pay extra with that, with standard roaming rates, or if it's included in the package, it's included, but you usually get much less minutes or SMS compared to a local combo plan or data package. Number 4, it's a no lock-in contract, because you cannot get a contract. Well, okay, you can get a postpaid plan if you're staying in a place for a long time, but in this case, no strings attached. You get this prepaid SIM card from an operator, you use it for how long you're staying, a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month, and after that you can just stop using it. You're not required to keep paying for it every month or 2 or a full year. It's just for then and there. If you want to keep the phone number, you have to recharge it every now and then, but that's just for those who want to retain the number. If you're just visiting several countries and you just want to have the low local rates, you get your SIM card, you use your data, minutes and SMS, go to the next one, and then you can just forget about the SIM card and the number. Number 5, in most cases you will get faster speeds compared to international roaming speeds, or when using an international SIM card. The mobile operators, they of course prioritize customers of their network over those who are roaming on the network, and sometimes they actually actively throttle the speeds of those who are roaming, or your operator back home throttles your speeds. That's depending on the agreement they have. So in this case, you can get like the maximum speed the operator has to offer. So that you can get like 200 megabits per second. Australia, for example, with the Telstra prepaid SIM card, well, you most likely won't get that when you're roaming with Airtel SIM card from India or Africa when you're roaming in Australia on the Telstra network, because they prioritize their own customers, of course. Number 6, you can use those numbers as a throwaway number. There's nothing more infuriating to me than a website that requires me to enter my phone number so that they can spam call me, spam text me, sell my phone numbers to order advertisements so that they can spam call me, spam text me and sell, and very annoying. So if you have local SIM card from a destination you visit and you're probably never gonna use that SIM card again, you can just use that phone number and then, well, you're ready to go. This way they cannot contact you and they cannot spam you, of course. The number of phone numbers that I've accumulated in 2020 is like 30, 40, which is crazy. So I have a lot of throwaway phone numbers that I can use for, well, purposes like that. And number 7, it can act as a souvenir, which may be a weird souvenir, but it's still something that you can look at it and remember, this is when I was in Papua New Guinea, or when I was backpacking in South America in multiple places, or like me, when I just buy every SIM card where possible. I'm a different category of person, but it can just remind you of the good times you had when you are in a different destination. It's just something small to look back to and think, the good old days when I was back in somewhere. But yes, those are 7 reasons why you should get a local prepaid SIM card. But the local prepaid SIM card may not be the best for everybody. No, some people absolutely hate it, and in some cases you should not even get them at all. So I also have this video up there with 7 reasons why you should not get a local prepaid SIM card, and you probably want to watch that too. I play the devil's advocate because I really recommend getting a local prepaid SIM card with the reasons listed earlier, but especially because it's cheapest and you can enjoy local rates. And in the future, or depending on when you're watching this video, I also have the same for reasons why you should get an international SIM card or not, a mobile hotspot or not, or roam or not as well. So it's a small series that I will be doing on this channel. If you thought this video was insightful, make sure to click the like button and comment down below which reason you think is the most, it's the best reason, probably the cheapest, the number 1, because well, you will save a lot of money usually compared to international roaming. If you enjoy this type of content related to traveling with your phone, make sure to subscribe, because I talk about everything related to traveling with your phone. Local SIM cards, international roaming, I give phone travel tips, mobile hotspots, just everything related to traveling with your phone. I do the same on my blog, phonetravels.com, but then in written form, usually a little bit more in depth than the videos, where I talk about the same topics where I talk on the channel as well. You may also want to sign up for my newsletter at phonetravels.com, where I also send out, well, news related stuff. But if you sign up, I will send you an Excel sheet with the best local SIM cards in over 230 destinations. That's right. And I will tell you per destination which SIM card is the best, why they're the best, how much a SIM card costs in a local currency, and how much it will cost you to get 1 GB of data that will last you at least 7 days. And the best thing is this Excel sheet gets updated every month, so you get up-to-date information. That's it for today, and so see you in the next one. Bye bye.